here's a tale of two universities. University A and University B are very identical in nature. They share a lot of similar characteristics, except University A receives $250 billion in funding from the government annually, while University B only receives $90 billion. So what's the reason for this large gap in funding? I wish I had a straightforward answer to give you. University B is a historically black college and university. HBCUs were founded during a time when people of color were denied access to quality education in this country. HBCUs continue to play a pivotal role in our societies today, crafting our nation's leaders and change makers. But at the same time, HBCUs have the constant battle of fighting the negative perceptions that they generate less value for their students compared to their counterparts. My university, North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, is a proud HBCU. A&T is this magical place of endless opportunities and talented minds. A&T's rich history and prideful culture encourages excellence amongst all of its students. So when I started at the UIF Fellows Program and I began working on my landscape canvas, I got a behind-the-scenes look at some of these problems and obstacles that seemed impossible to climb. And because of the lack of funding and limited resources on my campus, the colleges often compete against one another, sometimes forcing them to make the decision to take from one college in order to save another college from going under. While I sat in your shoes last year and I listened to Fabs give wonderful ignites and I talked to some of my peers about the change they were making on their campuses, I felt like the impact I had couldn't compare. I felt it gave me a sense of feeling small. And unfortunately, I wasn't alone in this. There was fellows here from Clark Atlanta and Morgan State, both HBCUs, who were not only able to understand where I was coming from, but also identified with these problems. So we had this feeling of inferiority, but it wasn't something that stopped us. Instead, it fueled us. When I got back to A&T, I bootstrapped, and I started writing proposals and winning multiple student competitions. And it allowed me to fund A&T's first makerspace and currently its only interdisciplinary makerspace. It also allowed me the opportunity to present at NASA. Building on this momentum, I had the opportunity to meet two amazing students who are now fellows with us today. And through a series of pop-up classes, informal meetups, mentoring, and other sessions, we were able to redefine what entrepreneurship and innovation meant at our institution. Many of the students at HBCUs come from low economic backgrounds and are often the first in their families to go to college. In the unique environment of the HBCU, they are taught how to banish self-limiting beliefs and excel in a truly competitive world. HBCUs give their students the audacity to lead. And all of us in this room come from diverse backgrounds. And we, at some point in time, whether because of our religion, ethnicity, or gender, will be subject to unfair and inequalities or harsh stereotypes. So I ask you fellows, how might we rise and become audacious leaders in spaces that weren't created with us in mind?